Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Breathing in a long breath, I know I am breathing in a long breath. Breathing out a long breath, I know I am breathing out a long breath. Breathing in a short breath, I know I am breathing in a short breath. Breathing out a short breath, I know I am breathing out a short breath. Deep, slow. Smile, release. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I ease everything. In, out. Long, long. Short, short. Deep, slow. Smile, release. Calm, ease. in, out. Long, long. Short, short. Deep, slow. Smile, release. Calm, ease. Now we are going to begin our pebble meditation. Invented by Thich Nhat Hanh. Homage. I'm a bag of pebbles, so I'm going to choose 4 pebbles. Going to pick up the first pebble and identify it as a flower and put it in the palm of our left hand, covering it with the right. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. 3 times. Flower. Fresh. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. Flower. Fresh. Then place the pebble on your right. Picking up the second pebble, identifying it as a mountain. Place the mountain in your left palm and cover it with your right hand. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. 3 times. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. Mountain. Solid. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. And we'll place the pebble on the right. Picking up the third pebble, identifying it as still water. Sorry, I have not been showing you the pebbles. Place it in the palm of your left hand, covering it with your right. Breathing in, I see myself as still water. Breathing out, I am calm, reflecting things as they truly are. 3 times. Still water. Calm, reflecting. Still water. Calm, reflecting. Still water. Calm, reflecting. Place it on the right. Picking up the fourth pebble, identifying it as space. Put the pebble in the palm of your left hand and cover it with your right. Breathing in, I see myself as space. Breathing out, I feel free. 3 times. Space. Free. Space. Free. Space. Present moment, wonderful moment. I won't absolutely kill you with a full round of malas, but there's this game I like to play. When the mind arises, He arises and he wants out. He wants to go. And so I let him go. And then he comes back, wanting out. And so I let him go. But then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. Then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. Then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. Then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. Then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. Then he comes back and he wants out. So I let him go. But he keeps coming back and he still wants out. So I let him go. Now, we are going to engage in full body relaxation. Aware of my head, I smile to my head. Aware of my brain, I smile to my brain. Aware of my skull, I smile to my skull. Aware of my hair, I smile to my hair. Aware of my skin, I smile to my skin. Aware of my face, I smile to my face. Aware of my eyes and the forms that they see, I smile to my eyes and the forms that they see. Aware of my ears and the sounds that they hear, I smile to my ears and the sounds that I hear. Aware of my nose, breathing, and smells, I smile to my nose, and breathing, and my smells. Aware of my lips, I smile to my lips. Aware of my tongue and the taste, I smile to my tongue and the taste. Aware of my mouth, I smile to my mouth. Aware of my teeth, I smile to my teeth. Aware of my jaw, I smile to my jaw. Aware of my neck, I smile to my neck. Aware of my throat, I smile to my throat. Aware of my esophagus, I smile to my esophagus. Aware of my spine, I smile to my spine. Aware of my pectoral muscles, I smile to my pectoral muscles. Aware of my shoulders, I smile to my shoulders. Aware of my biceps, I smile to my biceps. Aware of my elbows, I smile to my elbows. Aware of my forearms, I smile to my forearms. Aware of my wrists, I smile to my wrists. Aware of my hands, I smile to my hands. Aware of all 5 fingers with their nails and 3 joints on both sides, I smile to my hands with all 5 fingers with nails and 3 joints on both sides. Aware of tactile sensations, I smile to tactile sensations. Aware of my chest, I smile to my chest. Aware of my heartbeat, I smile to my heartbeat. Thank you, heartbeat. Aware of my lungs, expanding and contrasting, I smile to my lungs, expanding and contrasting. Aware of my ribs, I smile to my ribs. Aware of my solar plexus, I smile to my solar plexus. Aware of my stomach, I smile to my stomach. Aware of my small and large intestines, I smile to my small and large intestines. Aware of my gut, I smile to my gut. Aware of my liver, I smile to my liver. Aware of my abdominal muscles, I smile to my abdominal muscles. Aware of my waist, I smile to my waist. Aware of my hips, I smile to my hips. Aware of my glutes and genitalia, I smile to my glutes and genitalia. Aware of my thighs, I smile to my thighs. Aware of my femur, I smile to my femur. Aware of my knees, I smile to my knees. Aware of my shins, I smile to my shins. Aware of my calves, I smile to my calves. Aware of my ankles, I smile to my ankles. Aware of my feet, their balls, their soles, and their pads. I smile to the balls of my feet, the soles of my feet, and the pads of my feet. Thank you, feet. Aware of all 5 toes with joints and nails on both sides, I smile to all 5 toes with joints and nails on both sides. This body is not me. I am not caught in this body. I am life without boundary. I have never been born, and I will never die. Look at the ocean and the sky filled with stars. Manifestations of my wondrous mind. Since immemorial time, I have been free. Birth and death our only door by which I pass by. Sacred treasure on my journey. Birth and death are hide and seek game. So smile to me, take my hand, let us say goodbye. Say goodbye till we meet again. We meet today, we shall meet tomorrow. We are meeting in all walk of life. This body is not me. I am not caught in this body. I am life without boundary. I have never been born, and I will never die. Thank you, Sister Chan, for teaching me this song. This next one was taught to me by Mujiji. Thank you. Forgive my body, I'm just getting over an allergic sickness type thing, stuffiness, congestion, so. Notice the presence of your own body in whatever position. Notice also the breathing, the breath that is moving by itself, unaided. The senses also functioning by themselves. No one is taking care of them. Open. Any sensation may appear, arises in a pure awareness, is perceived without any effort. Allowing all sensations, whether thought, feeling, perception, mental formation, or presence, arriving by itself. Nothing to do. Only effortless noticing. No action to take. Nothing needs to change. All is well. Notice the sense of presence, the feeling of being. Again, no effort. Do not hold on to any image of yourself, either from past or present. If a thought arises, notice there is no thinker of it. It simply arises. If the thought, I think, arises, this is also just a thought. Notice. You are neither coming nor going. You are simply here. But you are not fixed in any point. You are neither east nor west, nor north or south. There is no direction for you. These do not pertain to you. Rebirth, non-rebirth, both reborn and not reborn, neither reborn nor not reborn, do not apply. Again, do not imagine nor create. It is not necessary. Beingness is what is. You are that. Self-aware. You have no original name, but name can be there. You have no original form, but form can also be there. Being aware of the body, you are not the body. Being aware of the senses, you are not the senses. Being aware of breath, you are not breath. Being aware of thought, you are not thought. Being aware of feelings, you are not feelings. Being aware of time, you are not time. Being aware of space, you are not space. Being aware of peace, you are not peace. Being aware of desire, you are not desire. Being aware of image, you are not an image. Being aware of Scripture, you are not Scripture. Om. Notice the breath moving in, out. In, out. You are not that which comes and goes. You are neither in nor out. You are not the movement. Here there is clarity, but there is also a noticing of even clarity. There is nowhere to go, no need. You are simply here, without effort. You are not staying here, you are here and now. In regard to the Tathagata, the Blessed One is an Arhat, perfectly enlightened, accomplished in knowledge and conduct, fortunate, knower of the world, unsurpassed leader of persons to be tamed, teacher of devas and humans, the enlightened one, the Blessed One is an Arhat. And these words came from his lips. Monks, form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness are impermanent. What is impermanent is suffering. What is suffering is non-self. What is non-self should be seen as it really is, with correct wisdom. Thus, this is not mine. This I am not. This is not myself. When one sees this thus, as it really is with correct wisdom, the mind becomes dispassionate, and it is liberated from the taints by non-clinging. Being liberated, it is steady. Being steady, it is content. Being content, it is not agitated. Being unagitated, he personally attains nirvana, cessation of all natural desires. He understands, destroyed is birth. The spiritual life has been lived. What had to be done is done. There is no more coming back to any state of being. Who am I? I think that I am this body. But the one who thinks is not this body is the mind. Therefore, I think that I am the mind. But the mind thinks. I do not think. To whom does the mind arise? Me. Who am I? Consciousness and emptiness are both observed. But to prove that and all of this spawns from one time I was going through Flower Fresh, and my mind was so persistent. How am I a flower? I cannot see myself as a flower. There's no way that I am a flower. I am this body. I know that I am this body. I can't escape this body. And this is the mind. He arises, wanting out. So I let him go. But then he comes back, and he wants out. So I let him go. But the questions were persistent, and I decided to share my insight with all of you. So the body itself, what is the body? Okay. The body is composed of 11 systems. It has 7 trillion nerves. Now, can you point to a single, out of the 7 trillion, can you point to a single nerve and say that this is me? No. None of which it can be said, I am. And just to really prove that it's not you, here's a picture of it. I'm gonna, my legs are asleep, so I'm gonna be in pain, but here's a picture of the body. Is that you? No. There are 600 muscles, none of which it can be said, I am. And to prove it, also this book is called The Science of Yoga, Understanding the Anatomy and Physiology to Perfect Your Practice, by Anna Swanson. Very good book. I haven't read it all the way through, but I've looked at all the pictures. It's phenomenal. You have 206 bones, none of which it could be said, I am. Huh? Is that you? No. And could this exist without the muscles? No. Could the muscles exist without the nerves? No. Could any of it exist without the mind? No. Could the mind exist without you to perceive it? No. Are you your endocrine system? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Is that you? No. Are you your respiratory system? No, the respiratory system is observed. It belongs to the Homo sapien, which developed over millions of years. You did not develop over millions of years. You have only been alive for as long as this body has been alive. Are you your cardiovascular system? No, it is observed. Are you your lymphatic system? No, it is observed. Are you your digestive system? No, this is observed. Are you your urinary system? Or your reproductive system? No, these too are observed. So you are not your body. Point to a single thing within you, because the body is not one thing. It is 7 trillion nerves, 600 muscles, 206 bones, 78 organs, 85 veins, 9 respiratory components, 8 endocrinal glands, 8 digestive components, 5 lymphatic components, 10 cardiovascular components, and 3 respiratory components. There is no one thing called the body, but I is singular. I am one thing. I am not 10 people, I am not 20 people, I am not 100 people, I am one person. I is singular. So I cannot be the body. And probably the last little thing I'll read to you, this is the last thing I planned on reading, is something I wrote myself. It's based off of all three, Papaji, Muji, and Thich Nhat Hanh. The body is an interconnected organism which evolved and was born and belongs to itself. So if I am not the body and I am not my mind, yet I must exist even to say that I don't exist, then who am I? I must be pure consciousness, the energy which pervades and makes up the universe itself. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transferred. All things arise in the mind or in the world, but I am neither a thought nor a body. I can be called the thinker or the dreamer, but even this I am not. It is something somewhere. I am nothing nowhere. Rather, everything everywhere. This awareness, which abides in stillness after all delusional belief in form has been removed, is consciousness. I. The unitive precondition for the dualistic mind and body. The whole universe arises out of the single thought, I am. This is the firstborn and is self-begotten. All other objects are perceived by this subject. But like a fire made from whirling 2 friction rods, leave only one and there is no fire. Take away all objects and leave only subject, then nothing exists, not even I. And it is from this nothingness that we enter the world of manifestation by craving, time and space, name and form, self and other, pleasure and pain. Conditioned existence upon dependent origination. Ignorance of the one true self gives rise to volitional formations, gives rise to awareness, gives rise to name and form, gives rise to perceptions, gives rise to feelings, gives rise to grasping, gives rise to birth, old age, sickness, death, pain, and dejection. This identification with name and form can be seen as the river born of a cloud. A raindrop surrenders itself to the river and flows into the sea, where it loses all distinction of name and form and is only ocean, only water, pure consciousness. Then out of the whirling depths of the ocean arises a wave, I am, which is touched deeply by the radiant mindfulness of the sun and evaporates into a cloud in the sky, I would add right now. This is not the birth of the cloud, because the water was already there in another form. This is only a moment of continuation. Likewise, when the cloud becomes rain, it does not die. It merely falls back to the earth, providing nourishment for flowers. The flowers grow and get all of their colors and fragrance out of the colorless and odorless water by the unfolding of their own DNA. But without the seed, the soil, the water, and the sunshine, the conditions are not sufficient. The flower will not grow. No flowers will grow. When conditions are sufficient, a flower manifests. When the life has served its purpose and the conditions are no longer sufficient, the flower will return to soil. You are the water, the sunlight, the earth. All of these things are you, yet you are beyond all of them. You are the mind / the universe in which these thoughts / forms are occurring. Yet you are the perceiver of even that. You perceive the perceiver itself. You are within zero and beyond infinity. You alone are. This is just the play of life on earth. Flower, fresh. Mountain, solid. Still water, calmly reflecting. Space, free. Notice the reflection of the world in the water. Notice how the waves distort the image. But without the waves, you could take a picture of this and flip it upside down and have no idea that it was a reflection. Just like this, the world is occurring in you. And when you still the waves of your mind, you reflect things as they truly are. And you embody truth itself. And this is the river of your mind. It's just happening. It's just flowing. Cause and effect are there, but there's no causes for a certain effect. Nothing's happening for any given reason. Water's just flowing down the creek. It carries with it rocks, sticks, leaves, all types of things. It becomes an environment for fish and crawdads, snakes, such. Such a beautiful sound. Since I have a few minutes left, let's go on a little nature walk. Let's just appreciate things that you would never appreciate on your own. That tiny little plant, that is alive in the same way that you are alive. This is a little baby I am. A little Gyani. And in one way we can say he's mechanically unfolding DNA. In another way we can say he is completely free. Or she. Sorry for my male conditioning. Oop. All right. Listen to the birds. Oh, hi, little buddy. I don't know if you can see, but there's a spider buddy. He just dangled right in front of my face. At one point in my life, this would have been scary. At this particular moment, it was very beautiful. May your soul be at peace. May you realize the nature of the truth of consciousness. May you experience this ever-pervading love as peace and stillness. May you know that joy isn't derived from any given thing, but just in existence itself. But not in any particular form. You don't even have to exist. It's that beautiful. It just is. And you are that. And there is no separation, except for in the mind. And in that way, it's beautiful. Each and every one that you see is its own little I am. And we are all thankful for the sun and the earth. We are all floating on a rock in space. Namaste.